Have you ever wondered why, as we get older, our intimacy becomes even more taboo? As if we, women over 60, no longer have the right to pleasure, to touch, to know ourselves. Hello, dear. If you've come this far, it may be because, like many of us, you feel invisible when it comes to your intimate health. As if, suddenly, with the arrival of maturity, everything related to your pleasure should be hidden, silenced, or worse, forgotten. Today I want to talk about something that many women our age experience, but few feel comfortable discussing: intimate self-knowledge after 60. Yes, let's talk about touching ourselves, getting to know ourselves, and why this is essential for our physical and emotional health at this stage of life. You know that our bodies change. Our skin is no longer the same, neither is our hair, and our intimate area undergoes transformations that often take us by surprise. Vaginal dryness, altered sensitivity, decreased libido. These are natural changes, but they can distance us from our own bodies if we don't know how to deal with them. And therein lies the problem. No one teaches us how to reconnect with our intimacy in this new phase. It's as if a veil of silence descends on this subject when we reach 60. As if our pleasure, our self-knowledge, were no longer relevant. How many times have you felt intimate discomfort and didn't know how to relieve it? Or noticed changes in your body and had no one to talk to? Maybe you even tried talking to your doctor, but all you got was a prescription for hormones or heard that it's normal at your age. As if accepting discomfort were the only option. But I'm here to tell you that it's not. You deserve more. You deserve to know yourself, to touch yourself, to rediscover yourself in this new phase. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Have you noticed how, after 60, it seems like we lose permission to talk about our pleasure? As if society expects us to become invisible in that regard. It's as if, overnight, our mature bodies are no longer worthy of care, attention, and, yes, pleasure. But I want you to know that your body, with all its history, with all its marks and transformations, remains your temple. And knowing it, touching it, understanding it is an act of self-love and health. Many women our age stop touching themselves. They stop exploring their own bodies. Whether due to physical discomfort, hormonal changes that decrease desire, or even that inner voice that says it's no longer appropriate. And when we stop touching ourselves, we lose connection with an essential part of ourselves. We lose the ability to identify what has changed, what still gives us pleasure, what needs more care. It's like losing an intimate dialogue with ourselves. Have you ever felt that your body has become a stranger after menopause? That those sensations you knew so well no longer respond in the same way? This happens to many of us. And you know what they tell us? To accept it, to conform, as if there were nothing to be done. But I disagree. I believe that we can, indeed, rediscover our pleasure, our intimacy, our body. And it all starts with a gentle touch, with rediscovering who we are now. If you are feeling disconnected from your body, know that you are not alone. Know that there is a way back to that connection. And it is about that path that I want to talk to you today. No judgments, no taboos. Just mature women talking about a natural and important part of our lives. Intimate self-knowledge. Do you also feel that your intimacy has changed after menopause? That your body responds differently when you touch yourself? I know that it often seems like no one really understands what you're going through. Each change is a silent discovery that few recognize. I would love to hear more about your experience. Share in the comments by writing, "I feel changes when I touch myself." Your comment can help other women realize that they are not alone on this journey. Sometimes, knowing that other people are going through the same thing as you brings great relief. And remember, there's no shame in talking about it. We are mature, wise women, and we deserve this space for honest conversation. Now, let's talk about why intimate self-knowledge is so important after age 60. It's not just about pleasure, although pleasure is our right at any age. It's about health. When we know our bodies, when we touch ourselves regularly, we are the first to notice any changes. A lump, an irritation, a different discomfort. This knowledge can be crucial for identifying problems early on. In addition, touching stimulates blood circulation in the intimate area. And do you know what happens when we increase circulation? We reduce dryness, reduce vaginal atrophy, and prevent infections. Yes, the simple act of touching yourself regularly can have direct physical benefits for the health of your intimate area. It's like exercise, a massage that keeps tissues healthy and responsive. And we can't forget the psychological benefits. Touching yourself is reaffirming to yourself that your body is still worthy of attention and pleasure. It's fighting that feeling of invisibility that so often strikes us after 60. It's saying, this body has history, it has wisdom, and it continues to be my temple of pleasure and self-knowledge. But I know it can be difficult. You may be asking yourself, how can I touch myself again after so long? Or perhaps dryness makes touching uncomfortable. Or maybe you feel that your body doesn't respond like it used to, and that frustrates you. These are legitimate concerns, and I want to address them with you. First, let's talk about vaginal dryness, one of the main obstacles for many women after menopause. When estrogen levels drop, natural lubrication decreases, and the vaginal mucosa becomes thinner and more sensitive. This can make touching uncomfortable or even painful. But there are natural solutions that can help. Vegetable oils, such as coconut oil, are excellent allies. Coconut oil is natural, has antibacterial and antifungal properties, and provides long-lasting lubrication. A small amount applied to the external area and the entrance to the vagina can make all the difference. And best of all, it's completely natural, with no chemicals or hormones. Another wonderful option is pure aloe vera gel. Rich in nutrients and with high moisturizing power, aloe vera soothes sensitive skin and provides immediate relief from dryness. You can find aloe vera gels without additives in natural product stores. Just make sure it is a pure product, without alcohol or fragrances that can irritate the intimate area. Essential oils can also be great allies, but they need to be used with great care and always diluted. Lavender oil, for example, has soothing properties and can be added in minimal amounts to a carrier oil, such as sweet almond oil. This mixture can be used to massage the outside of the intimate area, bringing relaxation and increasing sensitivity to touch. In addition to these external options, we must not forget about internal hydration. Drinking enough water is essential for the health of all the mucous membranes in the body, including the vaginal mucosa. Try to consume at least 2 liters of water per day. You will notice the difference not only in your intimate area, but in the health and appearance of your skin as a whole. Diet also plays a crucial role. Foods rich in omega-3, such as fish, flax seeds, and nuts, help maintain the elasticity of the skin and mucous membranes. Red fruits, rich in antioxidants, combat cellular aging. And foods rich in phytoestrogens, such as soy, flaxseed, and chickpeas, can help naturally balance hormones. We've already talked about how to relieve dryness, but what about sensitivity? Many women notice that after menopause, the areas that previously provided pleasure no longer respond in the same way. It's as if the map of pleasure has changed, and you need to rediscover it. And that's exactly what self-knowledge provides. The chance to relearn your body. Take time for yourself. Choose a quiet moment when you won't be interrupted. Create a welcoming environment. Maybe some candles, soft music, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Use a mirror to observe the changes in your intimate area. It's not about judging or comparing it to how it was before, but about knowing and accepting how it is now. Start with gentle touches, using the natural lubricants we mentioned. Explore different areas, different pressures, different movements. Observe how your body responds. You may find that areas that were not so sensitive before now provide new sensations. You may realize that you need more time, more stimulation than before. All of this is normal. It is part of the evolution of our bodies. And remember, there is no rush, no expectations. It's not about reaching orgasm, but about reconnecting with your body, rediscovering pleasure, and taking care of your intimate health. It is a journey of self-knowledge and self-care. Now, I want to share with you the story of a woman I treated in my practice. Let's call her Maria. Maria was 67 years old when she came to see me, concerned about severe vaginal dryness that was causing constant discomfort and making intercourse with her husband painful. But more than that, Maria confessed that she no longer felt connected to her own body. "It's as if that part of me died after menopause," she said, with tears in her eyes. I suggested to Maria that, in addition to measures to relieve dryness, she resume touching herself regularly. At first, she was surprised by the suggestion. "At my age," she asked. I explained to her everything I have shared with you today: the health benefits, the importance of maintaining circulation, the opportunity to rediscover her body. Reluctantly, she agreed to try. When Maria returned 3 months later, the transformation was visible. Not only had the dryness improved significantly, but there was a new sparkle in her eyes. "You know," she told me, "I had forgotten that my body was still capable of feeling pleasure. I had forgotten that it was still mine." Maria had rediscovered not only her physical pleasure, but a part of her identity that she thought she had lost. And it's not just about physical pleasure. When we reconnect with our body through touch, we release hormones such as oxytocin, known as the hormone of love and well-being. Oxytocin reduces stress, improves mood, strengthens the immune system, and even helps regulate blood pressure. In other words, touching yourself is good for your whole body, not just your intimate area. In addition, maintaining this connection with your body can have a profound impact on your self-esteem and mental health. When you touch yourself with affection, you are sending a powerful message to yourself: I care about myself. My body deserves attention and care. I deserve pleasure. In a world that often makes older women feel invisible, this act of self-care is also an act of resistance, of affirming your dignity and value. And if you are in a relationship, self-knowledge can transform your intimacy with your partner. When you know your body, you know what gives you pleasure, and you can communicate that better. Many mature women report that after rediscovering their bodies through self-knowledge, they were able to have a more satisfying intimate life than ever before because they finally felt comfortable expressing their needs and desires. But even if you are not in a relationship, intimate self-knowledge remains a valuable practice of self-care and self-love. After all, the most lasting relationship you will have in life is with yourself. And nurturing that relationship with kindness, curiosity, and acceptance is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. I know it may not be easy. Decades of messages about how older women shouldn't worry about pleasure, years of silence around female sexuality and maturity, can make it difficult to take this step. You may feel shame, discomfort, or even guilt. These feelings are understandable, but they don't have to define your journey. Start slowly. Don't pressure yourself. See this process as a gentle reunion with yourself, one step at a time. And remember, you are not doing anything wrong. On the contrary, you are taking care of your health, honoring your body, allowing yourself to live fully, with all the rights and pleasures that this includes. You can also incorporate other practices that help reconnect your body and mind. Meditation, for example, can be a powerful ally. Take a few minutes each day to breathe deeply and direct your attention to your body, noticing each sensation without judgment. This practice increases body awareness and can make touch more meaningful and pleasurable. Yoga is another wonderful practice, especially poses that strengthen the pelvic floor and increase circulation in the intimate area. Gentle movements such as the butterfly pose, where you sit with the soles of your feet together and your knees open to the sides, can be easily incorporated into your daily routine, even if you have mobility limitations. Warm baths with relaxing essential oils, such as lavender or chamomile, can prepare the body and mind for a session of self-discovery. The heat of the water relaxes the muscles and increases circulation, while the soothing aromas help to ward off stress and anxiety. And let's not forget the power of imagination. Many women find that, with age, Desire responds more to mental stimulation than physical stimulation. Allowing yourself to fantasize, read romantic or erotic stories, or simply recall pleasurable memories can be an important part of your process of reconnecting with your sexuality. Now, I want to address some common concerns that many women have when they begin to explore intimate self-awareness after age 60. First concern: what if I feel pain? If you feel any pain during touching, stop immediately. Pain is a sign that something is not right. It could be severe dryness, an infection, or another health problem. In this case, it is important to consult a gynecologist. But don't let fear of pain stop you from trying. Start with very gentle touch, use plenty of natural lubricant, and only go as far as is comfortable. Second concern: is it normal for me to take longer to get aroused? Absolutely. With age, our bodies generally need more time and stimulation to respond. Lower hormone levels, reduced circulation, and changes in tissue structure contribute to this. It's not a problem, just an adjustment. Give yourself more time, explore different types of touch, and remember that there's no rush. Third concern: what if I've never touched myself before? It's never too late to start. Many women of our generation grew up in times when female self-knowledge was even more taboo than it is today. Some never explored their own bodies, even in their youth. If this is the case for you, be especially gentle and patient with yourself. Start by observing your intimate area with a mirror, noticing what it looks like, the different parts, the colors, the textures. Then try gentle touches, without any expectations other than discovery. Fourth concern: what if I don't feel anything? If you're going through a period of low libido or reduced sensitivity, you may not initially feel much pleasure from touch. Don't give up. Continue the practice regularly, using natural lubricants, exploring different areas and types of touch. Often, it's like awakening a dormant muscle. It takes time and consistency. Fifth concern: this isn't appropriate for my age. This is perhaps the most common concern, and it is purely the result of social conditioning. There is no age at which self-knowledge or pleasure ceases to be appropriate. Your body is yours at all stages of life, and you have the right to know it, care for it, and enjoy it at any age. Intimate self-knowledge is a practice of health and self-care that benefits women of all ages and is perhaps even more important in maturity when our bodies undergo so many changes. The truth is that, contrary to what society often leads us to believe, female sexuality has no expiration date. It evolves, changes, and transforms throughout life, but it does not disappear. And self-knowledge is the key to accompanying and embracing these transformations. I would now like to share with you some specific techniques that can help in your process of intimate self-knowledge. The sensory mapping technique is particularly useful for rediscovering your body after the changes of menopause. Lie down comfortably and start touching different areas of your body, not just your intimate area. Notice how each touch makes you feel. Which areas are most sensitive? What types of touch are most pleasant? Use different pressures, speeds, and movements. Do this without rushing, as a curious exploration. You may find that areas you didn't previously consider erogenous now arouse pleasurable sensations. Your breasts, neck, inner thighs, the curve of your waist, your entire body is a map of potential pleasure to be explored. Conscious breathing can significantly intensify your sensations. When we focus on our breathing, we increase the flow of oxygen through the body, which in turn increases blood circulation and sensitivity. Try breathing deeply from your belly while touching yourself. Or try synchronizing your breathing with the movements of your hands, inhaling as you touch one area and exhaling as you move to another. This technique not only intensifies physical sensations, but also helps keep your mind present in the moment, pushing away worries or distractions. The indirect touch technique can be especially helpful if you are dealing with reduced sensitivity. Instead of touching the clitoris directly, for example, touch around it, on the labia, at the entrance to the vagina. Indirect touch can sometimes generate more intense sensations than direct touch, especially when tissues are thinner and more sensitive due to hormonal changes. If you have explored your intimate area before, you may have noticed that the clitoris appears smaller or less prominent after menopause. This is normal and happens due to decreased estrogen levels. But it does not mean that it is less sensitive or less capable of providing pleasure. It may just need a different type of stimulation. Try firmer or gentler touches than you are used to. Use circular, up and down, or side-to-side movements to find out what works best for you now. And don't overlook the importance of imagination. Our mind is our most powerful sexual organ, and this becomes even more true with age. Take time to fantasize before or during touch. Think of a pleasurable memory, imagine a situation that excites you, or simply focus on the sensations in your body. The connection between mind and body is essential for sexual pleasure at any age, but especially in maturity. Also remember that intimate self-knowledge does not have to be an isolated event. You can incorporate it into your self-care routine. Perhaps after a relaxing bath, when your body is already warm and relaxed. Or as part of your nighttime routine, helping to release the tensions of the day and preparing for a peaceful night's sleep. Find what works for you and make it a regular commitment to yourself. And if you're in a relationship, consider sharing this journey with your partner. Not necessarily the act itself, but the discoveries, the sensations, what you're learning about your body. This open communication can deeply enrich your shared intimacy. I know we talk a lot about techniques and physical benefits, but I want to emphasize again the emotional aspect of intimate self-knowledge. For many women, especially those who grew up in times when female sexuality was even more taboo, exploring their own bodies can arouse intense emotions. Joy, liberation, but also perhaps shame, guilt, or even sadness for all the times they denied themselves this self-knowledge. Embrace these emotions as part of the journey. Don't judge them. If difficult feelings arise, take a deep breath and remember, your body is your sacred temple. You have the right to know it, to care for it, to derive pleasure from it in all stages of life. And perhaps this reconnection with your body in maturity is even deeper and more meaningful because it is accompanied by the wisdom and self-compassion that the years have brought you. One of the greatest gifts of maturity is freedom from the expectations of others. Many women report that after age 60, they finally feel free to live on their own terms, without worrying so much about what others think. This can be a time of rediscovery not only of your body, but of your deepest authenticity. And when you embrace your mature body, when you touch it with affection and curiosity instead of judgment, you are sending waves of healing not only to yourself, but to all women. You are helping to break the silence surrounding female sexuality in maturity. You are affirming that our bodies do not lose value with age. They just transform, carrying more history, more wisdom, more life. Imagine a world where all women, of all ages, felt free to explore and celebrate their bodies. Where intimate self-knowledge was seen as a natural practice of health and well-being, as normal as exercising or meditating. Where the changes in the female body throughout life were honored, not hidden. This is the world we can help create, one woman at a time, starting with ourselves. If you identified with what we talked about today and would like to continue discovering natural ways to relieve intimate dryness, rediscover your pleasure, and take care of your feminine health after 60, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. Every week, I share discoveries, techniques, and solutions that have helped thousands of women like you regain their quality of life without relying on aggressive treatments. Just click on the subscribe button below. It costs nothing, but it could be the first step toward a new phase of well-being in your life. And by activating the bell, you will be notified whenever we have new information that could make a difference in your daily life. We are on this journey together, and every week I want to be here, talking to you, providing answers and support for your most important questions. To conclude our conversation today, I want to leave you with a thought. In nature, there is no end, only transformation. A flower does not die. It turns into a seed, which turns into new life. Similarly, Our sexuality does not end with menopause or age. It simply transforms. And just as a wise gardener learns to cultivate different plants in different seasons, we too can learn to cultivate pleasure and connection in all seasons of our lives. Your mature body carries the story of a lifetime. Every mark, every change, is a testament to the experiences that have brought you here. Honor that body. Touch it with gratitude. Explore it with curiosity. Allow yourself to rediscover the pleasure, the sensation, the life that pulses in every cell. You deserve it. You have always deserved it. Before we say goodbye, I would like to hear about your journey. How has your relationship with your body been after the age of 60? Are there any specific challenges you face in relation to your intimate health? Or perhaps you have discovered techniques or natural solutions that you would like to share with other women. Leave your comment below. Your experience may be exactly what another woman needs to hear today. And if this video has touched you in any way, please share it. There are so many women suffering in silence, believing that intimate discomfort and disconnection from their own bodies are simply the price to pay for age. By sharing, you help break that silence and bring information and hope to those who need it. Thank you so much for being here today, for dedicating this time to yourself, your health, and your well-being. Remember, you are worthy of pleasure, comfort, and connection in all stages of life. Until we meet again, take care of yourself with love.